Hi, I'm Raihan. I'm the founder of My Green Bag. My Green Bag is a brand based in London which is trying to bring back the vintage design handbags and satchels and rucksacks. The idea was to create something that is environmentally friendly and has the trendy look, as well as the something inspired from the eras from the 60s and 80s of fashion in London. When I graduated in 2011, I just wanted to do it was the beginning of the recession, so it was very hard to find a job, and I just decided I want to start up something new, and where everybody saw problem, I saw an opportunity. It wasn't easy, it took me quite a while to set it up. I would say for the first 6 to 8 months I was really struggling and trying to learn a lot about the trade, but after 6 to 8 months period, that's when it started taking off. What inspired me to set it up, when I actually graduated, I saw like there was really lack of jobs going on. All my friends were looking for jobs. I spent 2 months looking for jobs, but nothing good was coming up. So I was quite like thinking into going into another direction than just finding a job. Obviously, it was very challenging for me to try to set up a new business, being inexperienced at that time. But I took it as a challenge, and I saw opportunities into the recession, and I thought if I can bring in some value to the market and try to achieve as much as I can. And obviously, it was an investment into myself, to be honest, to actually learn the trade from being in the trade. So I thought, I can keep on thinking forever, but if I just started today, I'll keep on learning. So that was the first inspiration. My first move was something, to be honest, I come from a different background. I studied engineering and then I started making handbags. I wanted to do something very different which will actually spark my interest. So I actually started designing some cool handbags and rucksacks in the beginning, which was quite new for me. I had to learn quite a bit about it, but I enjoyed every moment of it. So I kept on designing, and then I produced, my first 2 or 3 designs, and I took it to the market to show it to the people to get their feedback. And once I started getting all this nice feedback from people, it really did something to me, and I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to keep going on with that. Problems were many. First problem was money. I didn't have enough money to start a business, which is, I think, a problem for most of you. The second was to actually know about your market. It's not as easy as we think. Actually, you really have to spend quite a lot of time into your business to actually understand your target market. And then the next problem was trying to make a living out of it. Obviously, as a graduate, you don't have enough savings, you don't have enough money, and you only have some time to actually, you don't want to gamble with your time. So I had to learn really quick, and I had to work really hard and overcome those problems. It is never easy, but I guess it comes down to hard work. Well, I kept really motivated. I kept myself motivated. I always wanted to look into what I've achieved rather than what I've failed, because that's what keeps the motivation levels up. Lots of people try to do that thing, like see what I could have done better. Obviously, it's good to know for the future, but when I looked back, like where the business was 6 months back when I started and where it is today, I always saw there was some success that I achieved, and that kept me going on. Go for it, but first make sure that your idea is something that you will stick to, because business is, if you want to set up a successful business, it's not going to happen overnight. You have to be really passionate about what you're doing. There is no point working really hard and giving up. So if you really find your passion, go for it. It's going to be difficult. Some people achieve success within a short period of time. For some it takes long. You have to really be motivated, and as I said, keep looking at what you're achieving rather than where you're failing, because for the initial 1 or 2 years, the amount of time and money investing is investment into yourself, and you'll become stronger out of it. What I would have done differently if I knew, I think I would have actually been able to save quite a lot of money. I made really some very, very bad investments, but obviously it's a part of the trade. You lose something and you learn from it. I could have, what I would have done differently in the beginning, I really didn't pay much. I spent a lot of time trying to design the bags. If I would have started today, I would try to get into the market as soon as possible, because I think for any business the first thing is to try to achieve sales as soon as possible. Um, the other few things, I spent quite a lot of money into advertising, for I thought for my business it would really be profitable. But I mean, obviously advertising is good for a fashion brand, but at a very initial level I'll advise anybody if he's in fashion business, try not to spend money on advertising, try to spend money into production, into getting a product to the people. Um, it's a very bad investment to invest a lot of money into advertising in the beginning. So those are the few things I would have done differently for sure. I feel very good about myself. As I said, when I graduated, I was feeling a bit down, not really motivated. But since I started seeing what I have achieved and what I can do, I started seeing the other potentials I had that I never thought before. So it really helps to see how many things you can do, what you can achieve. When I started, I was a one-man company. Now I have 4 people working for me. And when I started, I didn't have sales for 3-4 months. And then I started, now we have like more than the sales I have in first 6 months every week. So these are the things when I look at it. It really makes you feel really good, and makes you to want to go to the next level and explore more opportunities and explore into more horizons. Keep moving forward, that's what I would say. You have to keep moving forward. If you know you're passionate about your business, there isn't a stopping, there isn't a going back. If you keep on going on, you'll succeed.